You can freeze time but only for 10 seconds at a time. What's the best use for this power? Killing mosquitoes. Yes. Yes. I see those movies where the guy suddenly uses a chopstick and snatches the fly out of the sky. The Karate Kid? Do you know these people who hide a ball under cups? I would end their careers. Or make your own career. Ooh, pause time when he reaches for a cup or card, then swap it out. That'd be cool. People would probably line up to try and guess your secret. Then they notice your hand and body flicker a lot because you can't go back to the exact same position before you stop time. It'd be like bad special effects from an old movie. ITT, people acting like they wouldn't notice the object that they're looking at, a bunch of cups that determines whether they lose money or not, suddenly teleport even a millimeter to the left. Emphasis on teleport because that shit didn't move using normal means, it was at point A one moment and then immediately at point B the next. Jomax 101, you're a pussy for deleting all your comments after being such a toxic boss. Saving the things you accidentally dropped. You could play ping pong on your own edit. Thank you guys for the reward smile. This is the most wholesome answer I've seen so far. But also super sad frown. Imagine the fame and fortune you could get from it. Thinking of a good comeback in a conversation. Lol, this sounds good, but knowing I'm on the clock I would probably still choke. Gambling. You can stop time and fudge stuff like dice placement, the balls on a roulette, and most importantly, people's, and your own, decks while playing cards. You can choose what you'll get next and what your opponent gets. You could also make an extra $100 each time you cash out. Teller pulls out $500, gets ready to count it out. You freeze time and grab $100 and pocket it, then unfreeze. Teller counts out $400, sees the mistake, and pulls out another $100. Yeah, but the teller would be on the hook later for being short. Wouldn't poker be easier? Get up, check the other people's hand, bet accordingly. Roulette would be easiest. Just move the ball at the last second to what you bet on. That would probably work once per casino. It would be hard to move the ball while still making it look natural. I think craps would be easiest. Wait until the dice have bounced off the back wall, then set them in the air so that they drop on the right numbers and it just looks like you know how to shoot so that you get a soft bounce. Edit, yeah, betting one color or the other and just rolling it in would probably work. I was thinking about betting on specific numbers. Do you think momentum gets conserved during the freeze though? Cause the dice would have a little spin to them and wouldn't fall straight down. Yeah, moving the dice and ball would be super hard. Blackjack would be the way to go. You could make a lot just knowing the dealer's whole card and the next card out of the shoe. That being said, you'd get banned eventually. Poker if you want a long-term endeavor, but even then you'd be well known after a while. 100% blackjack. Sit in the last chair, know if the dealer needs to hit or hold, know what the next card is if they'll bust or not. Be a magician. Escapologist. Houdini 2.0 does not give a duck. How would freezing time for 10 seconds help you unlock the shackles on your hands while underwater? Also wondering the same thing. Well, if time is frozen, you can have take key in your pocket. Use the 10 seconds nobody can see what you're doing to grab the key and unlock it. Then resume time and magic escape. This is how Houdini actually did it though. Whatever thing you're doing in your room, as soon as you hear the doorknob being turned, activate the power. It's like a lock, with extra steps. It's like a lock, but with less suspicions. Exactly. Locking your door just raises suspicions. Best to not lock it and have the 10 seconds thing. Why is your door locked? I'm jacking it, gimme a minute. Nothing suspicious there. Jokes on them, him actually doing crack cocaine. Pulling out a wedgie. You are a genius. Please use your power to help others too. You want them to go around the world, freeze time for 10 seconds when they see a wedgie and then use that time to pull said wedgie out of a stranger's butt crack. You son of a bitch. Him in. carrying the cat away just before they vomit on the rug. Oh hey, for anyone in this thread with a cat that vomits a lot, consider getting them checked out by a vet. My cat suddenly had an upswing in the frequency of puking and it turned out she has hyperthyroidism. She's now on medication that helps her, and us, out in a big way. Yep, mine had 6 feet of wire in its intestines. Goodbye honeymoon. Edit, for some clarification the cat is okay. He swallowed some thin craft wire, it got stuck in his throat and he couldn't break it off, so I guess he just kept swallowing. No honeymoon because he required an expensive surgery, and he recovered fully. Sure, one could interpret this as it was so expensive I couldn't go on our honeymoon, but I prefer to see this as a cautionary tale as to why you shouldn't marry a cat. Why did you dingoes upvote this? It was riddled with drunk-ass typos. Well, of course you shouldn't marry a cat, it'll get 6 feet of wire in its intestines. But what is the cooldown? A second? 10? A day? Classic version would be time equal to the time you froze. So 10 seconds cool down. Not bad at all. Up even. Rito Plaza nerf. Talk shit to somebody at the top of a staircase, wait for them to start walking up the stairs to confront me, then freezing time and moving them back to the bottom of the stairs. Over and over. This must be the work of an enemy stand. Teleporting behind my friends. Hey, nothing personnel, kid. Hey, nothing personnel, kid 2. To stop myself from spilling my drink, edit, here's a silver award. Drop a road roller on my dead brother's great-great-grandson. Or freak a French dude out when he's trying to walk up a staircase by moving him down every step he takes. Keep in mind that for Dio to do that, he had to run down the stairs, physically pick him up and move him down a step, and then run back up the stairs and into the same exact position he was in before. Actually no, because the world is long enough range to move him without Dio moving. Right, I always forget that the world isn't as close range as, say, Crazy Diamond. Technically speaking, stands have a ton of range, but they lose power the further away they are. Become an assassin. I would either be really good at boxing or UFK, or I would get hit once and forget I had a superpower. Like how that would work, the audience would see you cutting around every 10 seconds like you're only going a few frames a second. Nah. Freeze time mid-swing, punch him a duck ton, resume mid-swing for the one-punch knockout. And say aura. Realizing you'll be stuck in frozen time because the 10 seconds will never end. Wait a ducking infinite second, I think you're onto something. Run out of theater, church, movie, act without people noticing would make bathroom breaks so much easier. Or actually get into the theater without having to pay. Get into the theater, and get into the kind of bad seats to not leave someone who paid without the good ones so the karma keeps balanced. Dodge a bullet. Op never said you have instant reaction. Maybe you freeze it when the bullet is penetrating your heart wall. You don't wait for him to fire. You freeze time, take the gun and point it at the attacker. Works great except against bombs, snipers, and surprise attacks. Peeing in a public bathroom. I can live blissfully knowing nobody ever has to hear me pee ever again. You can pee in less than 10 seconds. Is it possible to learn this power? Not from a Jedi. The dark side of the Force can do many things, some consider them to be unnatural.